Happy New Year's Eve, everyone. I know it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. I've kind of been going through a bunch of crap, and I meant to upload this a month ago, and yeah, we'll get into that later, but I just wanted to upload a video of my first prosthetic, and how that's all going, and just kind of give everybody an update. That's what I'm going through, what I'm experiencing, all that good stuff. So we'll just jump into the arm first. I'll show you what it looks like, how it works, all that good stuff. So as everybody, I'm sure you've seen, so I got the silicone liner with the pin. I got it inside out right now. And here's my nubby nub, all scarred up, looking sexy. So yeah, you slide this guy on just like any arm or leg silicone thing, liner, whatever you want to call it. Put that guy on. It's got a little pin on the end. Sometimes they're metal. Mine's like a, it's like a nylon or something, or a polyurethane. Did I say polyurethane? Oh, crap. Whatever that stuff is, like they use for pistol handles. I'm drawing a blank for some reason right now. Anyway, you also can get these socks. I got a few of these extra socks that you can kind of build up your layers if it feels like it's slipping a little bit. Mine tends to, when I'm gripping something or pulling on something, because the cable, and I'll show you how this works, comes across, it seems to want to like twist my arm, or, you know, twist my prosthetic. So when I go in for my next appointment, I'll probably have them either add something on the inside to kind of pin it on my arm better. Because it's just, you know, it's a pretty good circle. I mean, it's not, besides my one little bone sticking out, there's not a lot of places for it to kind of grip on. But they did kind of put a pinch in it, on the prosthetic, so that it kind of tries to stay in place, but it still wiggles around. So between now and the end of January, I should have my second one, which will be my Myoelectric, the Hero arm, which will actually have the hand on it. Between now and then, I'll be going in for an appointment, and I'll probably have them adjust that or make some adjustments to that, and I'll kind of update you and let you know how that goes. And so here's the actual arm. And I just got a regular old hook on it. It's got like some rubber grippies on the inside to, you know, kind of soften up the blow of grabbing stuff. And you can see I've added rubber bands, so it comes with these flat kind of rubber bands on it. You can see underneath those green ones that I tried to Sharpie. You can buy those, like a pack of those, I think for like between 30 and 40 bucks is what they charge you. I went to the local feed store right here in good old Deer Park, got me some castration rubber bands. A whole bag of them for $3. So I threw some of those on there to give me a little more grip, or, you know, a little more power in my hook. Instead of spending 30 bucks and waiting for the shipping and all that stuff. So I also had to buy the little tool, which was like $7. So altogether it was like 10 or 11 bucks. But still, instead of like 30 rubber bands, I got like 100 or something. And I've put 3 on. 4 seems like it was a little too much. But it seems like as they kind of stretch out, they loosen up a little bit, which makes sense with rubber bands. So we'll see how that goes. So I'm going to kind of play around with that. It sucks that I couldn't get a different color. I might look for a different color next time. I didn't realize it was going to bug me so much. But for me, it's more about functionality. And that's also, you know, why I kind of, whoops. I kind of just went with a black kind of carbon fiber look. Because I do run my own business, so I'm in the public eye a lot, and I just wanted something that just looked like it can match anything I wear, I guess, or looks kind of professional in a way. You know, you never know who you're gonna offend when you start doing custom stuff. But who knows? Maybe eventually I will start, you know, get something custom or something more to my liking. But I've seen a lot of people with this style, so I know it probably is generic or it seems kind of cheesy to some, but it looks good. It matches like everything you wear, kind of. And you can get liners and socks that are different colors. I've only found black, like brown, and I found blue ones. Other than that, I haven't found too many colors. If you got any custom good sites, I've been trying to look for websites that sell stuff like this, and I mean, Google brings you all kinds of places, so and you never know what's legit or not, I feel like. So if anybody knows any good websites, I mean, drop the links below so that I can check them out and look at where to get different liners and such and whatever I might need. I know my prosthesis, you know, I should be going in and having him do that or order that stuff, but sometimes you don't want to have to deal with making the appointment and going in when you can order all that crap yourself. So back to the arm. It's got a little loop here, goes around the other side, and again, this little padding that goes under your armpit, you can get a different color. I'm going to look for some black so that it matches. But I usually wear this, excuse me, under like my shirt. So I normally have an undershirt on. I have this strapped over my arm, and then I have a shirt over it. And I'll just put it on and I'll kind of show you. So you can see the little hole down in there. And so I take my little pin, put it in the hole, and I can click it 3 or 4 times. I've kind of noticed, like, sometimes I can only get it 3 clicks in, and then as soon as my arm kind of settles into it, I can click it a 4th time. So yeah, right now I got it in 3 clicks, and then I'll take this little guy, and I'll kind of swing it around my backside here, and up onto my arm. And you can kind of see how it goes across the back. Man, look at those love handles I'm getting. And that's another thing. I'm going to start getting into working out more. So I'll probably post some videos about how that goes. I'm sure there's going to be some pretty funny fails. I've already kind of tried to do some stuff, and I'm almost, I had carpal tunnel surgery on this hand. So for a while, I had no hand here, and I had a hand I basically couldn't use here. And so I feel like I got extra fat, but you can see the scar there. So this is still kind of, it's almost all the way healed. It's been 6-7 weeks now. And it's still a little tender. Like, if I'm trying to do like a push up, that all my weight gets, it kind of irritates it still. So you have to I kind of have to do a fist push up, and which means you got to get a pad, lay down a pad, or I've been using a yoga mat. But I'll show all that later. This video is more about just the arm. So once it's on, like I said, you can see the strap going across the back and then around my shoulder. And then normally what I would do is I would put on another shirt over the top of this so that you don't have to see the strap and all that. Some people wear it on the outside. Maybe you only want to wear one t-shirt and wear it on the outside. That's fine. Another thing I did notice about if you don't have an overshirt, if that's the right term. Sometimes this strap, when it's loose, when you don't have any tension on it, it'll want to like slide down your arm. And you have to, pull it back up like it's a bra strap. So when you have another shirt on top, it kind of seems like that holds it in place better, so it doesn't wiggle around. But whatever's most comfortable for you. I mean, So when it comes to using the thing, you basically, I can, reach out, and then I can use my shoulder, kind of move my shoulder back and forth to open it. Or I can just use my shoulder kind of as an anchor, and I can reach forward with my other hand, and it opens up. And it's got, because it's got this, gosh dang it. Because it's got this, so this wire comes across, cable, and then that's what goes across your back. And that's kind of what I was talking about, sometimes when I'm pulling on something heavy, or when I had a lot more rubber bands on it, anytime I would go to open it, because this cable comes across like this, it makes it want to twist the opposite way. So it would kind of twist around my arm to where, you got this little inlet where you're supposed to be able to bend your arm, and where I can actually bend my arm is over here. So that can be troublesome. But like I said, I'm going to have them adjust that. Or I've seen some really cool things where you can get like a clamp on both sides, or a little ratcheting cable system thing. So I'm going to talk to them about that the next time I go in. The only other problem I think I've had is, well, a couple. So let me take this back off. So one, I kind of get some rubbing around the top up here, and probably can't see it right now. You can kind of see it under here. That's like a bad spot where I got actually pinched, but I was getting like some kind of, it looked like a rash around here. And some people were saying it's because you're not washing it enough, or you're not washing your silicone sleeve enough, or whatever it may be. For me, I feel like it was just because it's looser up here, so when I'm tugging on things, it seems like this is the area where my skin's kind of stretching and stuff underneath that silicone. So I think it's just kind of rubbing in there, because all I do is put a lotion on and I let it heal for about a day, maybe 2 days if it's bad, and it seems like it just goes away right away. It's doesn't seem like it's really a rash. It seems like more like a rubbing kind of deal. And then also, the only other problem I've had is because there's certain, there's harder contact points, I guess, on my nub in some areas rather than others. So I got like a little sore right there that, where there's, if I'm pushing on something or resting my arm on something, there's a lot of pressure right there. And so that has cut open, and I've let it heal a few days, and, it's hard to not want to wear your arm, especially when you go out in public. It makes you look more symmetrical. You feel a little less self-conscious, even though people still stare at you and whisper or whatever. But other than that, it hasn't been too bad. I don't have a lot of, I don't know if I touched on this, I don't have a lot of movement in my elbow still, and I've been kind of lazy this week, so when I do have my prosthetic on, it seems like it does help quite a bit, but there's still a lot of things that are challenging for me, especially when it comes to, I was like working on my son's dirt bike, and right now I don't have the tension on this around me, but, sometimes when you're trying to get two hands together, or whatever it may be, and my one arm only bends so much, and I'm trying to tighten a bolt, or it can be really frustrating, and dealing with all the stuff you're dealing with as an amputee, it's just makes it's really pressing, I guess. It can be really stressful, but I'm kind of learning to just take a step back and take a breath and realize, that things are just going to take me a little bit longer now, and yeah, I just got to kind of accept that. One thing I have noticed, I'll show you, it's winter time here. We got a buttload of snow. And one thing I've really noticed is the more I'm outside in the cold, the more I realize my nubby gets pretty darn cold, and it must have really bad circulation in it now, because it does not stay warm. And I'm normally a person that the cold weather doesn't bother me. I actually prefer cold weather to hot weather. But man, sometimes it feels like, you're on the edge of frostbite, and then you feel it, and it's ice cold, like, when your kids are outside playing in the snow and come in with freezing cold hands. I mean, that's how my arm feels. Sometimes even just walking around the house might be, totally fine, and my little nubby's still cold, and that seems to kind of bug the nerves a little bit and make that nerve pain or the phantom pains kind of kick in. And so I've actually talked to a girl on the AMP group that she made herself a little like arm covers, and she said she puts heating pads, or hot packs or whatever those things are, in them all the time. And I thought that was kind of funny, but now I need one, or I want one. So I'm going to be looking for something that I can put on my arm to kind of keep it warm, or I don't know. Again, if anybody has suggestions, let me know. I'm always looking for help. So yeah. Another update real quick is I am off all my pain meds finally. So that's nice. I don't have to, I don't feel like I need them anymore. And, there was a point when I stopped taking them and it would make me sick. So I stopped taking my pain meds. I got off the gabapentin. The only thing I'm taking now is I'm doing Lyrica because right now my arm, I can feel it like all day long, little tingly, weird feelings. And anytime I move it, something weird goes on, but it's like I'm getting used to it, I guess I should say. And I'm starting to realize, that's going to be my life. So there's no point in trying to, use those drugs as a crutch, because, you feel the pain, and then you sit there and you take the whatever it might be, and then you just want to sit there and wait for the pain to go away. And then by that point, you're all doped up and you really don't want to do anything. So, it's just a vicious cycle. And, that's part of the crap I've been going through this last month, and why I haven't been uploading any videos. But, so yeah, anyway, one thing I have done is I went to an amputee group, which was pretty awesome. They only meet once a month. I wish it was a lot more frequent, but the next time I go there, I'm going to kind of ask some of the members if they know of anything else, or if there's any other groups they attend or anything around that maybe I don't know about or I haven't been able to find. Because those are really cool. They're really helpful. Everybody there can relate to you in a way. In ways that you don't even realize until you go in and start bitching about what you got going on. And, Steve over here, he's like, well, I went through the same thing, and at my amputee group, I'm the youngest one by, I think, like at least 20 years. So I'm 34. I think the youngest person there when I went was early 50s. Most of them lost limbs due to diabetes, which seems like it's pretty common. There's only one other arm amputee there. Everybody else was leg amputees. So she was really excited when I walked in the door, because I guess they don't have them too often. And yeah, it's just somebody you can kind of sit there and talk to and relate to about, how do you clip your nails, whatever it might be. And you walk out of there. I was really hesitant about going, but when I walked out of there, I just thought it was awesome, and it just felt good. So yeah, it's nice because, you know, I know with this now, you know, I'm starting to deal with the depression and all that crap that comes along with it. So, one thing I'm starting to learn, you know, I'm a private guy, you know, this YouTube thing is really awkward for me, but, cause normally I'm a private guy. I wouldn't put my problems and stuff out there, but, like I said, I don't see a lot of this out there for arm amputees, and, I can't tell you how many times when I'm having a problem, I go to YouTube or whatever it might be to try to find an answer or a solution, or a person that might be going through what I'm going through, or whatever it may be. So yeah, if I can help one person, great, whatever. But yeah, so you have to reach out. I mean, you can't sit back and wait for people to come to you or ask if you're okay. If you're dealing with depression and all that stuff, it's easy to just become a hermit and want to stay home and not do anything. But what I'm starting to learn is you need to reach out to people and talk about it. It makes you feel a lot better. So yeah, that's something I just wanted to touch on real quick. I'm gonna be either, I haven't sent out, so I had a benefit. If you went to the benefit, thank you, a million thank yous. That's what helped with this guy. So just to give you an idea, the cost on this was just over $8,000. So yeah, to everybody who I had a benefit, or, you know, my family had a benefit, it was actually a couple months ago now. And that has pretty much helped pay for that. So, I can't thank everybody enough that came and helped out with that. Or there was even a GoFundMe online. It's really weird to be on the receiving end of stuff like that. And it was, you know, so it was really awkward walking in there, but at the same time, I couldn't believe all the donations and, you know, all the people that showed up, and people I wouldn't think from my past that I would never imagine showing up to support me, you know, showed up. And, I can almost cry. It was just amazing. So I'm hoping, my plan is, I wanted to send out, you know, some thank you cards and stuff, but then I had that carpal tunnel surgery, so I couldn't do anything for a while. And I've kind of thought about it, and I still want to send out thank you cards and stuff to people. You know, I'm dealing with so much. I'm trying to get to that stuff and do that. But I'm definitely I kind of wanted to wait to get my other arm. So I kind of wanted to show everybody what they helped me with. You know, I wanted to either send pictures with both my arms, or, you know, I was thinking about doing an ad in the local paper, you know, putting a big ad in, thanking everybody and stuff, and, you know, with pictures of me with my new arms. So be on the lookout for that. I'm going to hopefully do that here this month. You know, after I get that arm. So it might, you know, if the holidays have delayed it for some reason, I haven't heard anything yet, but if it's, you know, not till towards the end of next month or the end of January, you know, it might be in February that I do that, but, and I hate putting it off, but, I just feel like I want to do it the right way, and, you know, better late than never. So yeah, again, thanks to everybody who came out and helped with that. That was just amazing. So I think that's pretty much it. I'll be posting more videos than I have been, hopefully, as I do more things. I'm actually going to be going outside here in a minute to start shoveling all this crap. So I'm sure that's going to be a fun experience. It'll be my first time shoveling one-handed. So maybe I'll record that and post that too, but that's going to be it for now. I mean, if anybody has questions or anything, feel free to ask. If you got any suggestions, shoot them my way. I'm all about getting them as much information as I can. So, yeah, toodaloo for now.